Is it morally wrong to mistreat one's own body or live unhealthily? I agree. Men and women should have equal access to the same opportunities. I agree. It should be considered unacceptable for leaders to negotiate with people you would personally consider as terrorists. I agree. Because what could we possibly need from a terrorist? It's important for societies to preserve pride in their traditions and heritage. I agree. It's wrong to treat someone differently solely based on their race, ethnicity, or caste. Strongly agree. Dude, this test Alex got gender coordinate. What the fuck? Alex got what? Hold on. I'll do this after this. Hold on. Nobody should deny the ability to reproduce, even to those with serious inheritable disabilities. I slightly agree. It depends. It's important for professional environments to uphold formality and diplomatic etiquette. I'll just put agree for that one. People should always strive to reciprocate any favor they willingly accept from others later on, even if what they're doing is not expected. Always try to reciprocate any favor. I mean, I agree. Like, at a certain extent, it's cool. It is shameful to purchase something purely based on its luxury status or trendiness. I agree. Cause like, why were niggas buying Supreme, bro? Like I'm like, especially that blank ass Supreme. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If we're talking about that blank Supreme hoodie I'm not Supreme hoodie. If we're talking about that blank white Supreme shirt that niggas was rocking, niggas used to be rocking, yo, that shit used to make me mad looking at that shit. Cause why the fuck did you buy that shit? It's not saying buy what you want, yeah, but it's like they don't really necessarily. But it's not saying that they want it. It's saying they're buying it purposely based or purely based on the fact that it's a luxury or trending, which is why I slightly agree. Because why it's like that's not your own personality at that point. You're just buying it because it's trending. So I'm gonna say I slightly agree. Large societies need hierarchy and established leaders to function cohesively. Nah, but if you have seen the Supreme True Religion collab, I have not. I don't think I have anyway. I agree. Casual sex between people who are not in a committed romantic relationship should be heavily discouraged. I disagree. Do what you want. Do what you want, your body and shit. It is important for families to stick together and uphold unity, even if the members do not get along. I disagree. One of the things that annoys me the most, especially when I see shit on like TikTok or something, but like, bro, when your family is like disrespectful, gang, you don't gotta fuck with them just because they're family, nigga. Facts. Like, gang, they're not family. Like, why is it on me to uphold family when they're the one that's not upholding family towards me? If I'm your cousin, if my cousin is not treating me like family, why is it then on me to treat him like family? What are we saying? I had an argument with my sister today. It was so stupid. A society imbued with divinity, belief in religion, or spirituality is preferred to an I don't really have an opinion on this. I mean, it's whatever you really want to do. I mean, I don't really give a fuck. But society though, nah. 7 to heaven. I'm talking to God, bitch. I love sick booty snatcher. What's good, bro? W name? I was right. She's 21, by the way. What they gonna do with you being right? Oh, wait, she was rude to me, but thought she was in the right when my other defended me. She started crying. Oh, yeah, nah, she too grown for that, gang. She too grown for that. I've come to take that prostate. Nah, gang, please stay away from me, bro. Please stay away from me. When raising a child, it should be preferred for them to end up kind and loving than successful but cold-hearted. I slightly agree. I mean, yeah, so I slightly agree. It is never justified to invade and militarily occupy another country that has not harmed or threatened another. I agree. Providing negative feedback to peers should typically be done sparingly and politely to not offend with bluntness. Nah, I disagree. If you doing some fuck ass shit, I gotta low key tell you. That's all right. I'm a bust on his what? Yo, bro. Yo, what? Certain punishments are cruel and violent that even the most evil and dangerous individuals do not deserve them. I disagree strongly. Actually, no, I disagree normally. I think some things are OD no matter what the crime is. But I do think there are some punishments that are bad that some people do deserve. Society should encourage children to be fully obedient to their parents and defer to them to their decisions until they reach maturity. Strongly disagree. Because some parents be on some fuck shit. I'm not gonna lie. Luckily, my parents was chill. All my friends' parents chill. You know what I'm saying? I never really had a friend that had like some OD strict parents. But yeah, nah, some parents be on bullshit. There is no end goal noble enough in no circumstance desperate enough to ever justify direct sacrifice in the life of an unwilling innocence. No goal noble enough, no circumstance desperate enough to. I agree. Slightly agree. Thanks for the bus sesh gang. I'm not your gang, bro. I'm not your gang. Niggas coming, yo, my cut nigga, the nigga named Lovesick Booty Snatcher just call me gang. Yo, bro, I'm not your gang. Responsibilities to the responsible civilians who are not members of military or police force should have legal access to basic firearms for self-defense. My thing about that is if nobody had a firearm, actually, no, I agree, because the police could be on bullshit and the military could also be on bullshit. So I'm gonna say I agree. Now, I don't strongly agree because of the fact that the military, including or not including gang violence, I don't fucking know. Shit. This shit didn't specify. I don't fucking know. I don't strongly agree. I do agree though, because the military or the police could be on bullshit one day. They could just have like a military. They could just have like say fuck all these niggas on this planet. I'm just gonna we're gonna invade our houses and shit. But I feel like if you're talking about purely on a with not including the fact that the military or the police could start tweaking at any moment, I disagree. Those who have earned large amounts of wealth should be obligated to provide some of it towards political welfare and less fortunate members of their society. Those were Kirky's last words. You think I know what Charlie Kirk's last words were? I was never getting that joke in a million years. Obligated to provide some of it. I slightly agree. I think if you have like billions upon billions upon billions of dollars, I think you can afford to spare some of the money to make sure some people, have at least some fucking food. Pursuing the goal of raising a family and a career helps achieve this goal what? Pursuing the goal of raising a family and a career that helps achieve this goal is more notable than pursuing a child-free life path. I disagree. If you don't want children, don't have children, gang. If you force somebody to have children, you're just fucking up that child's life. Citizens should never be denied the right to non-violently assemble and protest in public spaces, even when it's likely to progress to rioting. I agree. No, I strongly agree. Ensuring wrongdoers experience discipline through we're skipping this word. Punishment is an essential component of justice and ensuring the proper functioning of society. Retributive. I got there eventually, y'all. Shout out me. I agree, because if there's no punishment for doing wrong, then there's gonna be niggas that just do shit just to do shit. Protecting the public's right to privacy from surveillance and espionage should be a greater priority than using said tools to catch terrorists or criminals. Protecting the public's right to privacy from surveillance and espionage should be a greater priority than using said tools. Nah, I disagree. Look, man, if you want to watch me from the security cameras for a little bit, and that's what is this picture? If you want to stop, if you want to look at me from the security cameras for a little bit, bro, go right ahead. As long as you start catching terrorists as well. Although taste in art, architecture, and style is technically subjective, it is important that a society tries to uphold certain standards of beauty. I agree slightly. It is preferable for society to promote that people work through their mental health problems by taking or talking them about them openly rather than trying to hide and ignore them. I agree. It is important for countries to pursue a level of economic and military self-sufficiency to avoid depending on others. Slightly agree. It is a sign of a deep. It is a sign of
Everybody leave their fireplace on so Alex Dior gets burnt, and I hope his house burns down. I hope Chesley's snow cone gets dog piss all in it.
What did they do to you? What did they do to you? It is a sign of deeply flawed. It is a sign of a deeply flawed society when someone can inherit a large amount of money or power without having to work for it themselves while inheriting little. I agree. You shouldn't be able to inherit. I agree slightly. I mean, no, I normally agree because you can inherit money. That's cool, but power. Nah, you shouldn't be able to like inherit power. Like money is cool because you can pass that shit down. Bro, stole my lyrics. Those are your lyrics. All citizens charged with the crime, no matter how obviously guilty or problematic they are, should have the right to an impartial trial for everyone. Yeah, I agree. It is important to let friendship obstruct. Wait, what? It is wrong to let friendship obstruct justice, i.e., covering a close friend who drunkenly performed a hate crime. I mean, if no one got hurt, it's like, like it's cool. Like we all good, but if no one got hurt, it's cool. The primary goal of the government should be prioritize the interests of their country and those who currently live in it rather than pursue the well-being of humanity at large. I agree. Yeah, you can't. We can't be worrying about the entire globe at any given point. A society works best when most of its members share similar values, beliefs, social norms, and mannerisms, with newcomers being expected to assimilate, adopt those values before joining. Nah, I disagree. I think a society got to be full of a bunch of different niggas, bro. A bunch of different niggas that do different shit. That kind of sounds like a cult. I'm not gonna lie. If we all believe the same shit, we all do the same shit, we got the same mannerisms. That's kind of strange. I still can't believe self-defense murders in the UK is still illegal. Like if someone breaks into your house with a gun and their gun drops on my feet, be shooting them. Wait, you can't defend yourself in the UK? Wait, that ass. If an external threat attempts to exploit one's homeland and its people, every civilian should be willing to stay behind. Wait, every civilian should be willing to stay behind and sacrifice their life to defend it if called upon. No, hell no. If they die, you're still charged with murder. That's insane. I'm not gonna lie. UK gotta catch up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's dead crazy, bro. Yeah, nah, UK got it, bro. Some people, on the basis of their talent, risk taking hard work, are more deserving of wealth than others. I agree. I mean, you can't get wealth by being a bum. If it's, I mean, you can be if you inherit it, but somebody worked for it. If a citizen enjoys the quality of life, culture, and citizenship of their country more than others, they should support actions which increase the external might, power, and influence on the world stage. Enjoys the quality of life, culture, in their country more than others, they should support actions which increase its external might, power, and influence on the. Nah, I disagree. You shouldn't force other people to do what you like to do. Someone did the salute outside my damn. What's going on in the UK, bro? I'm not gonna lie, bro. UK got to lock in. Certain inanimate objects to be treated as sacred immortal or disrespect them, even though property damage is done and nobody's around to witness it. Don't commit photos in front of the war memorial. Like, someone should be treated as a sacred, immoral, disrespect them when property damage is done and nobody's around to witness it. Mm, I don't really care either way. I mean, listen to being a prime minister is raise taxes. And he said your prime minister in the UK said 6-7. Holy dick. An individual who is well intended but could be considered a social misfit, weak, timid, and dull-witted should be given the same courtesy and respect as those of his peers rather than treated as a burden to society. I agree. Yes, we are cooked. You might actually be cooked. Mentally sound adults should have the absolute right to decide what they inject into their own body, even when it includes both drugs. I agree. I agree. I mean, if it's something that's literally gonna save your life, I think you should just take that bit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. During peacetime, the government should be prohibited from seizing the personal property of law-abiding citizens, such as family home or state planning, which is trying to construct a public highway without a consent unit. I agree. That way, I agree. Watch this. Hold on. Democracy, where leadership is determined by public election, in which every citizen has a right to vote, is universally preferred to any method of state leadership. One of the top instead. I agree. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. It is distasteful for a citizen to publicly question the technical knowledge of scientists, the bravery of those in danger line of work, or the work ethic of men and labor if they themselves haven't achieved similar feats. I disagree. I guess regularly disagree though. If the current governing system has proven itself to be contempt at ensuring the well-being of its citizens, all of its laws should be allowed to preserve social stability, including ones that are arbitrary or that one might disagree with. The current government system has proven itself to be nah, because governments can overstep their boundaries. When I don't the idea of a government just being able to do whatever don't sit right. Shouldn't sit right with anybody actually. Certain activities are so disgusting that they are deeply immoral, even if completely consensual physical harness and daughter property. It's just between two consenting those with sensitive. Um, I agree. It looks crazy because of this. This looks crazy because of this example. But like, I obviously don't agree with like. I shouldn't have to say this. Like, I don't agree with incest like facts. But what do you mean by like? Because this could also mean just like being a little freaky. So I'm gonna say I agree though. No, I'm gonna say I slightly agree. Society is at its most admirable when businesses, schools, and public institutions follow a culture of performatism, prioritizing the enforcement of deadline, punctuality, quality control, and commitment to long-term planning. Over more flexible or lax systems. Like, what does this mean? Like, businesses close at a certain time, or I'm gonna say I have no opinion either way. It is unethical for the government to place restrictions on what ideologies, beliefs, and opinions can and cannot be expressed within social media, no matter how dangerous they might be considered. I agree. Look, there's gonna be some bad people everywhere, no matter how strongly you try to control them. There's gonna be bad niggas. So just let niggas do what they want. And if anything escalates past social media, then that's when we deal with it. It should be considered socially unacceptable for respected high status authority figures such as a publicly renowned general or great scientist to demand preferential treatment from civil society such as skipping queen accused at a hotel. I agree. You just as human as me, gang. We both human. It is preferable for the public to be aware of a hard truth concerning them. Wait, what? It's preferable for the public to be aware of a hard truth concerning them and have it result in outrage and instability of them being kept unknown blissful ignorance. i.e., become a new leader of a country and uncover that the previous ruling government made decades ago secretly expended on the civilians and information got out. Outrage would be. I agree. I think there is some bliss in ignorance, but I do think if it's like really bad, we should know. We should definitely know. I'm gonna just put slightly agree. All right, let's see how moral I am. Okay, I'm seeing. Okay. I got a 62 in care. I bet. I got a 62 in care. I got an 87 in fairness. I got an 81 in liberty. 37 in in-group. 62 in purity and 56 in authority. What do my results say when I apply this? Okay, what's my highest one? I'm gonna just read that one. Fairness. All right, the fairness foundation is identified or defined as a desire for people to be held accountable for their actions in an equal playing field, holding the rules constant for all participants. Facts. That's me, bro. We hold niggas accountable fairly, no matter who or what you are. Facts.